What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's going on?
Oh, hey.
Are you surprised I've got actual bowling attire on tonight instead of fishing gear?
Yeah, I'm surprised you got a bowling attire on.
I should have had some hunting gear on, for this guy right here, right?
I thought after I saw Tom's picture there in the back, I said I should go get my camo on.
Absolutely, man. Why wouldn't you?
How are you, buddy?
Not too bad. Trying to find volume real fast.
Look at Hollywood trying to show out over here.
Yeah. He kind of figured out. Kick him to the curb.
There he is. Look at Holly Rock, man. Look at him. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Doing good.
How are you, Megan? Are you afraid to speak?
I'm doing good. Really glad the school's out.
All right. Well, we're going to kick this thing off. Tom, this is Megan. She is a youth ambassador for P4P Bowling. And the reason why she is a youth ambassador is we don't want to mess up nothing, going towards college, right? So can't call her a staffer or anything like that. So Megan's going to come on for just a few minutes, and she's got a youth bowling update. And then we got a couple of questions for her. So Megan, you've got your script ready. So let us know what's going on in the state of Alabama with youth bowling.
So there's a lot going on. There's some tournaments down in my area along the Eastern Shore that are allowing a lot of people, including myself, to qualify for junior gold. And but obviously it's in the middle of high school season, which is really fun. My team isn't going to make it to postseason. We had a lot of early losses that kind of kicked us out of the running, but there are a couple teams in my area. The Orange Beach girls are undefeated and look like they'll make it to postseason. Okay. And then the Alberta and Gulf Shores boys also have really good win records, and they should make it.
And the big news for you guys in Mobile is you hosting the state state championship this year. So at least you can go watch, right? So
I wish I got school,
right?
I really want to because I should have friends, but
you still got to go. You still got to go and support. I mean, you can be sick one day, right?
I can miss chemistry once. It's okay.
No, I know mom and dad. Hey, listen, I know mom and dad's watching, so you better watch what we say. We'll get in trouble, right? So
yes, sir, we will.
So a couple of things before we let you go. I got several questions for you tonight as well for Tom. I got a whole list for Tom.
Okay.
I think one of them's going to be about all those deers in the back there. But everyone has been missing you on a weekly update. So one of the questions was from Abby, and she lives in Wisconsin. And she says, ask Megan when I will be seeing her encouraging videos on P4P Bowling again.
Uh-huh.
So I guess the question is, when is the boss going to have you put videos back on there again, right?
Yeah, that's the question.
Okay. Well, all right. I will text you some stuff and we'll get you going back through that again. One more question to you. This is from Jessica, and she sent me a message through Messenger. And she is from South Carolina. Okay. And she says, I always love your ending with the smile and the wave. She says, I have gotten used to that and I don't get to see it anymore. Is there a way that she can, when she leaves, smile and wave? I messaged her back and said, we've already discussed that. So when you get ready to leave, you do, right? So
I will do that.
Two more things. What has P4P Bowling done for you as far as encouragement, opportunities, things like that? Because I hear a lot of people talking a lot of times about what P4P Bowling has done for them. But I'd like to know, as you as an ambassador and what you do for us in representing everything, even going to be representing some of the stuff we do here on Dog Tags. What does P4P mean to you?
Something that you've actually said was that it's one of 1,000. And that's something that I still repeat to myself to this day as encouragement. Like, all right, I've had a bad game. I've opened, or I threw a gutter on a spare. Like, it's one shot. It's not going to make or break me. It might mess up my score, but it's not going to decide if I go to college, decide a lot of stuff, and that's something that's really encouraged me.
Okay.
It also P4P gave me my first ever tournament win back when I was a freshman, and then I also qualified for my very first junior gold last year through y'all, which was really fun.
Through us.
Mhm.
You're,
And then
you're a big part of that. Yeah. So
and I have some friends that were in y'all's tournaments that anytime I would go and be like, oh yeah, that person's there. I get to see that person or something like
so
that.
the camaraderie that you have gotten with other youth throughout the state and around Georgia and Tennessee is helping you build bonds for the future, because you may be going to college with these guys.
Yeah.
You may be the roommating with these guys. And this guy down here in the corner who's got his microphone blocked, he's helped you out. He's helped you out as well.
Oh yeah.
Hollywood he's been a great coach to us, and he's done a lot of great things, and we certainly appreciate. I know you guys would be texting sometimes or sending videos, and I know he's helped you out as well. So you are a great ambassador, not only to us, P4P Bowling, but to the sport of bowling. And I certainly appreciate you coming on and being a part and sharing what the state's going on with. Do you have a question for Tom Smallwood? He is a movie star or TV star as well now. He's not just
really
a bowler. Oh yes, he had a whole TV show about.
Yeah, I wasn't the star in the show. That guy was a bit taller than me, like about a foot. But yeah.
Do you have a question? Do you have a question for Tom? Any advice you want to get from Tom?
How do you move past mentally on the really bad games?
My whole thing when I first started, and I thought it was such a big key, is losing embarrassment. Like I first started trying to bowl on tour, and you do something silly, you say you go split, or whiff spare, split, and you're like, you feel like mortified by it, and the longer you're around and the more you see it, the best on a plan do it all the time. So losing embarrassment for me was a big key to my success, because I always felt awful when I did something silly, like you said, throw a gutter. Like it happens you watch Norm, Pete, Walter, they've all thrown gutters. I bowled with Walter doubles, I think 4 or 5 years. I mean, he whipped a few spares. So, and he's one of the guys that never, ever, ever do it. So everyone's done everything if you bowled enough, and no matter how good you are, how bad you are. So I always felt like that was a big key to where I felt like I don't really care what happened last frame or what happened last game, because everyone's done that. Everyone shot 300 and everyone shot 100. So, I mean, ask Doherty. It happens. So, yeah. So it's just one of those things where you just kind of lose embarrassment, like move on. It's a new frame. Don't let last frame cost you another frame. So it's something I try to teach my son all the time, which he's 12, and it don't always sink in, but he does notice the times where he throws a fit or gets mad and he loses 2 frames. I'm like, that's 40 or 50 pins you just lost. Where if you went 9 out, like you ring a 10 or stone an 8 and you miss it, you're like, I should have struck anyway. But yeah, you should have. But now it's over. You can't do nothing about it. You can't go backwards. So just grind next shot. Like my all thought, no matter how hard they are, how easy they are, I'm always thinking grind your next shot, grind your next shot, grind your next shot, and never look backwards.
All right.
Absolutely.
There you go. Sound advice. Okay. So as you start to leave, and I know you're going to hang around, but I'm going to give you the solo layout so you can do your signature trademark exit. Okay. So just do like you normally do, and then have at it. Okay. The stage is yours. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, Meg, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Okay.
Happy to.
All right. We'll get you again. We'll get you again next month. You can give us an update on what's going on with the state. Okay.
All righty. I'll do that.
Take care down there in Mobile, where it's probably 65 degrees, Deucey.
I think it's closer to 50, but that sounds about right.
Deucey, what was it today?
It was 16 degrees here this morning. Too cold to sit in a tree stand.
That's way too cold.
Megan, what was it?
Hold on, let me look. It is 45 degrees right now.
Oh my gosh, you're lucky. You're lucky.
All right.
That's cold.
Tom, what is it in Michigan?
So I'm telling you right now, this morning it's 30, real feel of 21. But when I left the house this morning in practice, I think it was 24 this morning.
Yep.
It's cold today. Like it's gonna warm up. I actually want it to be cold.
It's colder right outside of Chicago than it is in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. It was 20. It was 20 degrees when we woke up this morning. Wasn't it, Hollywood?
Yeah, it was chilly.
Yeah, it was cold. You should have been deer hunting with the Colonel today, Tom.
I'm tagged out here. I need to be somewhere else.
All right, Megan. Hey, listen, thank you so much. I love it. Appreciate everything you do for us. And just hang around and watch the show. Okay.
All right.
All righty. Take care.
Bye.
So, what's going on with you, Mr. Smallwood? How's everything going?
Not much, man. Just trying to get ready for the season. I mean, hunt season comes and I kind of put bowling to the wayside for a few. Had some family stuff going on, so that was some more stuff I had going on. I couldn't get in the woods as much. Had a great year, but just couldn't get in the woods as much because of some stuff going on. And so now I'm back heavy at it. Like I think I bowled at least 5 out of 7 days the last 5 or 6 weeks. And most of the weeks I'm bowling 6 out of 7 days and trying to hit a tournament here or there. I mean, just trying to get ready. Anyone that bowls it knows it's peaks and valleys, and you're trying to peak at that right time. It's so hard. You get practice days like, man, I feel amazing this week, but I've been around enough, it don't last forever. So you try to prolong that as long as possible, figure out why it's so good and try to figure out, how you can make it, happen again in a month from now.
Right. So, I know I got a ton of questions here, but I know these guys want to jump in and say something too. So, Deuces, all right, the glasses is off. Hollywood, you just got to hang tight, man. The glasses is off.
No, thanks, Tom. Thanks so much for joining us. I mean, when Gary said he was going to reach out, I was like, man, that's going to be awesome. I mean, the TV show, everything. I mean, I met you a few times off the lanes. They don't name that award for you for no reason. I mean, you've been the nicest guy on tour for decades. So it's awesome to have you be part of us and coming on the podcast. We're in our infancy growing, so it's going to take some time, but the more people we can get on the podcast, going to be better. So I want to say thanks for that. And, you'll see us out on tour. We'll be there hooting and hollering and having a good time being professional fans / stalkers. So we enjoy you being here.
No, man, thanks for having me. Yeah. By the way, I've only won an award because I'm quiet. I'm pretty sure the PBA is the worst judge of characters in the history of the world. If they saw any of my texts to any of my friends, I'm pretty sure I'd probably be banned from the PBA at best, jailed worst. But yeah, it's quite an honor, to get that award. You got it twice somehow or other. All right, appreciate it.
Well,
we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Well, and we're gonna get into the deer hunting too. Hollywood, you got to say something, man. I don't know if you got your dummy set up there tonight or not. So,
no, I'm here, man.
You got your he's got his hunting hat on and everything. I tell you,
I just had some background noise, so I just had it on mute for a little bit. Yeah, Mr. Tom, man, glad to have you on and on the show, and appreciate everything you do. You're a real inspiration to all with your story and everything, how you came along, and from working in the auto industry and then come and be on a pro tour. So I know a lot of people look up to you and respect you. So and I'm one of them.
Oh, hang on, Hollywood, hang on. I don't mean to cut you loose. Look who has joined the stage.
Oh my God!
Look at this cat right here. Where are you at,
guys?
Brother? Where are you at, brother?
Oh, where am I at?
Yes.
Let me walk through this hallway real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt you guys.
This is Jason. He is another founding member of Dog Tags Bowling. He just got back. Look what
Good for you, man.
Yeah, sorry, I'm at the hockey game at the moment.
That's some good dedication to take us to the hockey game with you.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, that's a long way from Iraq, 2 weeks ago, right? So, I mean,
Yeah.
you deserve every bit of it. So, Tom, this is, like I said, Jason, and Jason is a founding member of Dog Tags Bowling. This is Smalls, as his family calls him. And you'll be seeing him. He's going to come up with us in Indy. So you'll get to see him.
Awesome.
He's a motive guy. He's a motive guy too, Tom.
Awesome, man. Thank you, Jason, man. Thank you for your service.
I appreciate it.
He said that he got free tickets tonight, so he had to jump in just for a little while and say hi. So too bad AJ ain't on here with his Blackhawks jersey.
Yeah, he's too busy worrying. He's moving into his new house right now, going through all that, trying to get things figured out.
And Hollywood should be wearing your what is it? What is it? Huntsville?
Huntsville Havoc.
Huntsville Havoc. Yeah, it's a East Coast League or something, right?
SPHL, Southern Professional Hockey League.
There you go. All right. So, Jason, you got anything for Mr. Tom, like before you get to throw out the puck tonight or something?
No, not really. I just wanted to, jump on and interrupt you guys for a minute and say hi.
Well, welcome home, dude. Welcome home.
Yeah, welcome home, brother.
Appreciate
we're
it.
so glad you got Tom. This gentleman right here, Special Forces guy, got a notice on a Sunday and left that on a Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Was in Syria, Iraq, and Israel. So this guy right here, he's the real deal right here. Me and Deuce in Hollywood, we just
we're over that. We're gone. We don't have to worry about that no more. Jason.
we didn't do what this guy does. So, but yeah, I'm glad you came on, Jay, so you could be a part for a few minutes. Okay.
I appreciate it, and I'm sure there'll be more to come.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, listen, we'll let you get off to the hockey game. All right, brother.
All right. Appreciate it, guys. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Be careful. All right. See you, man.
Yeah, we're probably going to end up doing one of these live streams from the U.S. Open. Maybe not while competition's going on, but maybe at the cocktail hour or something. We'll do something like this for Dog Tag Bowl.
You really want to do this during cocktail hour?
Why not? Well, we kind of do it right now during cocktail hour, so I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I thought it was water.
Now, Tom, are you a Red Wings fan, Tom?
PT.
I can't say, man. I don't watch hockey.
Me neither. I'm not a Blackhawks fan. I don't watch hockey.
Yeah, So yeah, that's one sport I don't watch. My son started to, and I don't know. He has a buddy that plays, and his buddy's whole family's into it. So I text my buddy every once in a while, swearing at him about why am I watching this damn game, because I don't want to. But yeah, so I'm learning a little more here and there because I'm forced to, not because it's not because.
Well, most of all the preseason stuff, when it's all starting getting hot and bothered, you're sitting in a tree stand anyway, so you don't have time to watch hockey.
No. Yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, I hardly watch football. It's 1 day a week, but I'm in a tree stand. So, and generally I don't have service, so I can't watch it on my phone.
Exactly.
now he sounds like the Colonel, right? Hollywood. You forget the Colonel is in the tree, and he's like texts you back. Hey, would you stop? Even the vibration's scaring the deer. Like, excuse me, sorry. Hollywood, do you have a list of questions there or something? You got this notebook in front of you?
No, it's just work stuff.
I
was doing some work stuff. I had to leave work a little early today and go pick up a car from the dealership for my wife that got some repairs done. So then I got behind on my work, so I'm just.
Well, if you don't have a question, let me get into some of these I got. Okay, this is from Jeff, and he is in Kansas City, and he wants to know if the PBA is going to do another family event like you bowled in and Ronnie bowled in, the Ballards. Is there anything that you can talk about, because a lot of people really enjoyed it, especially coming off this past weekend with the PGA. So is there anything going on?
We haven't heard nothing. I actually didn't hear about that event until about a month before. And, Tom reached out to me, shot me a text, asked if I'd be interested in doing it. And obviously it was a yes. Yeah. I don't care where it's at. I'm there. Let me know when it's going. I'll book flights. Let's go. And, that's probably my best experience bowling in my life. Like, I've been lucky enough to be on TV a few times and do some more things, but I mean, that was a whole different level of fun. And then, and Tigers talks about the same thing, look at Tiger's career, and he says his most prized time of ever being on the course is with his son. And that's how I felt when we were, down there in Jupiter.
Well, your son.
It was awesome. Your son did a great job. I think he made a big split or covered something. It was just awesome.
Yeah. And he was only 10 years old at the time. So, he don't bowl a ton. He plays baseball and he plays baseball a ton. So he likes to golf. He likes to play baseball. He likes to play every sport. So like, he don't ever put a ton of time into any sport. And so, generally for him, it's 3 games a week. When I practice during the week, they're at school, I go practice, and I come home and I'm home the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't bowl league or nothing anymore just because I'd rather be home with them.
Right.
So like we don't get a lot of practice time together, and the closest center to us basically have until 4:30 to practice, and then they close it for league. So he don't get home from school to 4. We're getting 20 minutes of practice in. So I took him out of school a little early last Friday or Thursday. I grabbed him like a half hour early. I'm like, hey, all right, we're getting like an hour and a half in, and worked on his approach and stuff, and he's all excited. He moved up to 14 pounds, so he's got a whole new arsenal, and he's excited to bowl, and he loves to bowl, but he loves to do every other sport too. So it's kind of hard.
Being a well-rounded athlete is good for every sport. I mean, it's good for it. If he can bowl, it's going to help him in baseball. If he's good at baseball, it's going to help him in bowling, and vice versa. So yeah, that's going to help.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
and I have to compliment you because when you go out on tour and you're doing your set, you're getting in qualifying, and he's walking around doing his thing. I'm telling you, that is one of the best behaved little dudes I've ever met in my entire life. He is a good kid. You've done a great job raising him. He's a good kid.
I don't know if it's me or just him, man. He just has always been a good kid. He's always been that way. He always likes being around. He's way more mature than his age.
100%.
He knows way more. He knows way more than his age, because the last 2 weekends I took him to a tournament with me on Sunday, because he bowled on Saturday, so I didn't take him on Saturday, but took him on Sunday. And I throw a shot, and he's like, "That hooked a little bit early, and then it kind of wiggled, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, how do you know that? Like, so he's like, "What are you gonna do? You gonna ball up, or are you gonna move right? What are you gonna do? Slow down?" And it's like the moves he's saying makes perfect sense. Like so my wife even said it this Sunday we got home, and she's like, "You really like talking to him?" I'm like, "Well, he's smart for one. And it's fun because, like I couldn't be luckier to have a little boy like that. Like he's
into it,
mini me, and he loves it, and he's into it 100%. When I lose, it hurts him a million times more than it hurts me.
Sure.
And so yeah, like and I feel bad because a lot of times, like I can't make his tournaments because I'm on a road bowling. And he always says, like, I don't really have any help unless you're there. And I'm like, I told him this week, I'm like, buddy, you're smart enough to know what my bowling ball is doing. You're plenty smart enough to know what your bowling ball is doing.
Correct.
You don't need me. I'm just reinforcement is all I am. You already know what you need to do.
right.
And so I'm trying to reinstill that confidence in him. So every time he throws a bad shot or throws a split or does something, he's not like, my dad should have been here to tell me, you know what to do. You're smart enough to do it. And, it's all part of being a 12-year-old now. He's 12.
Right. And I've seen him stand right next to you while you and Brad are talking, and he's just like watching you guys talk about what's going. So he's heard these conversations for years now. So he's now seeing it. He's seeing that ball reaction. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm beyond blessed, man. I couldn't ask for a better little dude.
That's awesome.
Well, I learned the hard way, okay? Because Sierra doing everything and accomplishing everything she did, right? And I'm not a bowler. I mean, these guys, I tell you, I'm pitiful. I mean, your son he'd wipe the lanes with me, and it's funny because I run bowling companies. But anyway, and here's Sierra, and we're at junior gold and all this, and I'll make a comment to her, and she says, Dad, I love you, but you have no clue what you're talking about. I was like, I just try it. So, Lee, he's gone off to the bathroom. He's going to come back, and she's doing whatever I suggested. And Lee would look at me and he's like, what the hell is she doing? Where'd she come up with that? And then she comes off the approach, and he's like, come here. He's like, why are you doing that? She said, Moneybags over here suggested I make a little 2-in-1 move and make a ball change. He said, he like, just pay the bills. Go back to doing what you're doing. So I don't have a clue. I mean, I bowled with this guy down here in the corner, and I don't have a clue. So yeah, I'm blessed that my daughter is a lot more educated and smarter than I am. So, but that's the way it goes,
So what's on tap for you, Smalls, between now and the Open? I know you got to go to Wichita for the players or something like that, right?
Yeah. So that starts the 9th. So I'll probably leave. I'm guessing I haven't talked to Ronnie yet. I'll probably drive to Indy Day before we leave. So probably the 7th, go down to his house. We'll probably leave the 8th morning. I still think it's 12 hours from Indy to get to Wichita. We're going to drive because you got to figure out a way to get all your bowling balls there. And then after that, you can leave some on a truck. Right. It gets a little easier for us. But yeah, so we'll drive out there on probably the 8th, or maybe leave the 7th and stay the night somewhere and then get to the 8th. So that's our plan. And then, bowl all week and hopefully bowl good. And then I think we have a week and a half off or 10 days.
Yep.
So yeah, we go home, and I think I'm going to take my son on a hunt, just a high fence boar hunt, hog hunt. So for that week off, or a couple days we're off, some friends of ours and taking their sons out there, we're just going to go and let the boys go at it.
There you go.
Somewhere south? You going south for that?
No, actually, it's a high fence, only like an hour and a half from my house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
and then World Series of Bowling is in your home state this year. That's got to be nice. You don't have to do a bunch of travel for that.
Yeah. Well, last year I heard the rumor was going to be in Detroit, and so I was super excited. And then I heard about it, and I'm like, oh, shit. All right, just gotta whatever. Mm-hmm. And then I heard about it this year again. I'm like, well, I'm not getting my hopes up, but yeah. So no, I'm super excited. My son's super excited. Obviously, he can go down and watch for me for a few days as long as his grades stay up. He'll be able to take a couple of days off school and do that. So yeah, a lot of stuff's in the Midwest. It's not that far for me. So
right,
we have Vegas and we have Delaware. Besides that, the rest of them are
Indiana, Illinois, Missouri. I mean, it's drivable this year. That doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah. But the World Series is in Michigan, though, right, Deuce?
It is in Michigan.
Yeah. Talking about going up, right? So how far is that from you then, Tom? Did you say?
Yeah, it's about an hour and 45. So it's not that long.
It's in Allen Park. Is that where it's going to be, right?
Yep, Thunderbolt. Yep.
Thunderbolt. That's where you're taking the RV.
I hope to take the RV there. That'd be nice. I'm actually going to be on a work trip at the end of January before the Open. It's like the weekend before the Open. And I'm actually taking my bowling stuff because I'm going to go over to Thunderbolt and try and bowl a game or two. I just want to go inside that center. I heard it's really cool. Yeah,
it's a huge center. It's it's where we bowled the Masters last year at. Has a cool arena, has the best place for TV we have for our events besides Reno. Obviously Reno is is awesome. That stadium is really cool. I mean, I'm not a fan that's in Reno. I wish it was anywhere else on the planet, literally anywhere else on the planet. But no, but that stadium is really cool. I mean, that's a place any bowler that bowls a lot and hasn't been there yet, they should go fly in, fly out. Just go look at it and then leave because you don't.
And I'm looking at
that's me. That's what I'm going to do. Fly out there, and I'm going to Deuce going to pick me up in the RV at the airport. And we go in. I'm say, okay, I've seen it, and then what you guys bowling? I'll head back out.
Right, yeah.
Because we've got something worked out with Lloyd and Lori Little. You know those guys, right? Yeah, we done. Yeah, I'm sleeping on the shag carpet.
The hairy carpet is what she called it.
When she said that, you got to go back and watch it. When she said that, it went straight over her head, Tom.
It did. Mm-hmm. It did.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Deuce is back there hitting the table. He's like,
I said, I don't date girls like that no more. That's exactly what she did. She just cracked the laugh.
Oh God.
It was so funny.
What it is Deuce was going to get a bedroom and I was going to have to sleep in the makeup room. And I'm like, well, I don't care that it's their makeup room. And Deuce said, he said, we're all former military, but that's a blessing,
Yeah, working with that.
It's got this old shaggy carpet that hadn't been clean. What did she say?
She didn't say shaggy. She said hairy. She said hairy carpet.
Hairy. I got you. Hairy carpet.
Yeah.
That's it.
So we all laughed, had a good time. They're great people.
Tom, hairy and shaggy's the same thing, right?
Ish. Heavy on the ish.
All right, well, get in here. Ask a question before I have to answer another one of these over here. So get in here and talk a little bit. Let Deuce get caught up on his red solo.
My refreshments.
Yeah, hey, Tom, you was mentioning about going to and doing your practicing and stuff. What kind of do you have a routine? Anything? Because when I work with kids and stuff, I try to, say, hey, you need to have a routine of you go in there and practice on. Just don't go in there and throw, 4 or 5 games, and really not concentrate on practicing on anything. They just want to strike. Then when they go to their high schools and their bowling competition matches and stuff, and then they're like, wow, well, how'd you do? Like, well, I met a lot of single. Like, well, did you practice them? Did you work on them? Train. So I just want to see what do you have a routine you usually go through when you go and practice and get ready for the season?
It's a little different than it used to be. I mean, I used to bowl 8 to 10, 15 games all the time, and obviously older kids and stuff going on. But I do a lot more frequent practices, but they're generally 4 to 6 games, and I have ADD for sure. I've never been diagnosed, but there's no question I have ADD. So if I'm practicing, like, there's rare that I'll throw the same ball 3 times or try to throw the ball the same way 3 times. So I'm always, and I feel it's important practice for me, because in middle of tournaments, in middle of a game, stuff's going weird, and you have to change everything you're doing. A ball change, a hand change, speed change. So I always feel like that's what I do. Like I probably, lately, a lot of times I've been doing, I'll have 4 balls or 5 balls on a rack, and I'll throw one ball a certain way, and then I'll switch balls and throw a different ball a certain way. And I might try to strike with all of them, but I'm trying to do something different every single shot with a different bowling ball. And then, then I'll generally throw 6 or 7 frames of just, shoot to 10, shoot to 7, shoot to 10, shoot to 7, shoot to 10, because, it's just, spares are so huge. And I'm not the best spare shooter by any means. So I definitely need the practice of that. And so, yeah, that's kind of my sessions anymore. It used to be, 10 games or like 2-a-days, which I really like doing those. But problem is time-wise, it's hard to do. I love going to bowl 5 or 6 games, go have lunch, come back and bowl another 5 or 6 games. Like those are the ones, the most useful practices I have. But and I'll do a couple before I leave, just because I know how useful they are. But mine is I don't ever really go in with the thought of working on only one thing, but it's like, okay, I'm loose, I'm ready, I'm gonna dead end over end it up 10 and just make it hook and stop and not hook when it gets past the arrows. And then I'll wrap my hand around it from way in, or I'll try to wrap my hand around it from middle and try to make it like lock up. And so it's just doing different things with your hand and seeing the lane the right way, and with different bowling balls, because obviously it's an awesome problem to have, but also it's still kind of a problem. We drill so many bowling balls, you don't know what they do. Like, I mean, right. I've drilled probably 9 or 10 in the last 2 weeks, week and a half, and I'm going to drill 3 more tomorrow at least.
Wow.
So I guess it's a great problem to have. It's fun to have new bowling balls, but you also have to know what they do from ball to ball to ball, and with different hand positions, what they're going to do, and on different patterns, what they're going to do. So it's a lot, it's just not throwing shots. Like you said, the high school kids want to go, throw a 10 bagger in practice. Well, 10 bagger in practice don't do you any good at all, ever. So it's working on things and know your weaknesses and know what you need to do. If you're a bad spare shooter, shoot spares. I guess it's not hard to figure out. If I miss half my spares, you should shoot spares. You should probably throw 1 straight shot, just spares. So that's one of those things too. Like, and the kids to be honest with themselves and tell them what their strength, what their weakness is, and then figure out how to make their weaknesses stronger. And all my whole game's weakness, so I know that I need to make the whole game better. So that's kind of my practice.
Do you ever go to the bowling center and say, hey, can you put out a certain shot for me, or does it really matter? You just kind of go with the flow?
So I'm at the point now where I want patterns. if I'm not like sharpish, I don't want the center to waste their time or money to oil parrot lanes for me. But I'm fortunate. A very close friend, Rick Gergen, up in Sanford, just about 40 minutes from me. He'll do whatever, like just give me a pattern. I'll put it out. Any pattern you want, whatever time. So that's the cool thing with him. I mean, like he gets there at 5 a.m. So he's there from like 5 a.m. to, noon, 2 o'clock every day. So like I can, drop the kids off at school or even leave before they go to school and go practice and get 2 hours in, maybe back home by, 10 o'clock, which is awesome. And bowl anything I want to. And, and this year our pro shop's there and, so now I just go there, drill stuff. I work around that shop. So it's kind of awesome to be there. It's a little bit far away. It's like 40 minutes one way, but it's well worth it to be able to get there and, no one's in the building. Just do whatever you want to do.
That is awesome.
It is. Hey, Deuce, I got one for you.
Okay.
Eric in Gary, Indiana wants to know if you'll come by and pick him up. Take him to Michigan.
To go to Michigan?
Yeah.
And Gary's not that far. I probably have to go right around there to get there. So, yeah. Toot toot in the RV. We'll rock and roll.
Steve, I got one more for you, Deuce. Steve Thomas, he sent a message in on the phone on the messenger. It said, "Are you like the guy at Christmas Vacation?"
Oh, Cousin Eddie. Cousin Eddie. That's funny because our golf team is our best thing to say is that's a puke cart. We say that all the time when guy gets a great shot. So, yeah, Cousin Eddie with the RV out there dumping his sewer in the storm sewer. Exactly.
Yeah. So you got two guys following you over here sending me text message.
I'm good with that. It was funny because I had it at the World Series, and I was hanging out there, and all of a sudden I hear this truck come screaming in, stops, bang, bang, bang on the door, and it's EJ. He's like, dude, let me check out the inside, because EJ's got a great big fifth wheel as well. So he jumps in, he takes a tour. He's like, yeah, this is really cool. I said, I think I need to get it wrapped. So I came home and told Christy, I said, I need to get it wrapped with the PBA logo on and all that stuff on it. She says, I don't care as long as they pay for it. I'll be happy to promote the PBA drive around the country in that.
Did everybody see EJ ringing the bell yesterday?
Did see them ringing the bell. That was pretty cool.
Was that not? That was awesome, was it not?
Yeah. Natalie must be pretty nice to let him go with a brand new baby just a
couple days old.
Just go to New York.
Yeah, I thought that was sweet, man. I mean, I'm telling you, that was. I mean, it's great for the sport, right? I mean, and that's what we do. We try to get the word out about bowling. Yeah,
so, that's all we're trying to do, Tom. Tom's might going, why are these guys even talking about this stuff? But all we're trying to do is promote the sport, promote the fandom, because there's so many guys that. I mean, it's crazy. I bowl in league with 100 people, and I'm like, hey, you guys fan of the PBA? And they're like, no. And I go, how can you bowl in league and not be a fan of PBA bowlers? Come on. These are the best people in the world that do it. How are you going to get better if you don't watch the people that are the best at it? So it blows me away.
And we talk bowling. We talk all kind of junk on here. But everybody knows what I'm known for, right? Going out to the truck. Bringing in the drinks, right? Or getting the drinks. You know what I'm talking about, Tom. Mm-hmm. Deuce's got a story. You got to tell him about in Indy. You got to tell him. You'll love this one.
So we got our VIP seats so that we can be close to watch the show and root on the step ladder. And it worked out pretty awesome to watch Troop and EJ make it all the way. And as we're getting ready to sit down, there's a sign. It's got my name on one. It's got Hollywood there. And, it's got all our names on them. And it's got Gary Moonshine written down as his Papa Smurf's name. Yeah. And the guy behind us is like, dude, that's not his name. And I turned out, oh, yeah, that's – because Gary wasn't there. I was just standing there. He goes, oh, yeah, that's his name. He'll be here in just a few minutes. And Gary walks up, and the guy goes, dude, is really that your name? And Gary, without doubt, goes, yep, that's me, Gary Moonshine. And they're like, he turns around and says, dude, you owe me $20. So, yeah, he's known as Gary Moonshine, but that's fine. If you got to be known by something, that's a pretty good thing to be known by.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to have a nickname.
Yeah, he was getting in his wallet and actually flipping it and didn't have money. He's like, I should get verification. I'm like, I left that stuff in the truck, man. I don't care how many tickets I get caught.
No, we go. We have fun. We enjoy being around the guys, watching everything bowl. It is the best fan experience of any professional sport I've ever been to in my life. I've been to them all. I've been to baseball games, football games, basketball games. Grew up in Champaign-Urbana. I got some backstage stuff. Could see the college guys play really, really close. By far, going to a PBA event is the coolest thing ever.
Oh yeah, and Hollywood. That was his last year was his first when he was in Indy. That was your first
Yeah, it was my
tournament. I mean, ever, right? And I mean, Hollywood just took it all in. I mean,
yeah, it was real nice. I mean, talking to everybody, getting to know some of the guy from Vice, and talking to them, and it was just a great experience. Seeing everything, see how the the setup is backstage, and even watching qualify.
And I think that's one of the hardest things that, like, Hollywood got to see as well, is that the normal fan, the normal PBA, or excuse me, the league bowler doesn't understand. Like you just said, Tom, you would bowl 5 games, go take lunch, come back, bowl another 5 games. That's going to kind of more mimic of what you do anyway. So
right.
They don't understand. To make that TV show and to shoot a 250 for one game and win it all, they're like, hell, I can shoot a 250. Yeah, but dude, you went averaging 230 over the last 48 games.
Right. Yeah, 48 games in 3 days.
Yeah, they don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I
a
bowled
big part
guys.
of it too. Yeah, it's just, and like you guys said, we are accessible, very accessible when we're there. And, obviously some guys are not having bad day or bad whatever, so we're not as nice as it could be. But in most sports, you're not getting close, even remotely close to that person anyway.
No.
And I would say, and I'm probably safe, that 9 out of 10 of the guys you say hi to look you back in the eye and say hello back to you.
I've been on the side of the guy saying hi to the pro, and I would say it's more than 9. I would say it's 9.5.
Yeah,
It really is. There are lots of good guys, man. There really, really are.
In general, even the guys that are not that personable, they're generally gonna say hi to you anyway. They're not gonna, and it ain't gonna be a whatever hi. It's gonna be look you in the eye, say hi. I'm gonna keep moving on because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, but because I don't want to talk, but I'm gonna say hi.
And this is another thing that people don't quite understand too. When they get that kind of access and they're close, this is your guys' job. You guys aren't there, and especially when competition is going on, you guys aren't there to high five it with me and say, "Hey, good to see you again." Blah blah blah. No, you're there to earn your money. Afterwards, we can say hello, good to see you, blah blah blah, or beforehand. But yeah, it's you guys are there to do your thing.
Yeah. And sometimes it ain't quite understood. Sometimes, like, I was bowling the players. I don't know, and this is not mad about the situation. It was just a weird situation to me. I'm bowling the players, and I'm like in 6th or 7th, and this is the position round. So this gets me into the show for the players, and my son was there, and I always sit next to my son pretty much every shot if he's there. I come back, and I even if I'm not really getting information, I just like talking to him. It's kind of a calming thing for me, and and one of those things where a few times where like being accessible wasn't. A guy comes next to us and asks me every question you think of. Ask me how much my wife made. Ask me. I'm like, my son looked at him and goes, looks at me. He goes, does it matter? He says to me out loud, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, but and that's a one fan out of probably 1,000 or 2,000.
Right.
But yeah, but we're right there, and most of the time we'll talk to anybody, and it's a few times you're in those intense moments where it's like, all right, the next 4 frames are it's going to be, it could be $100,000 4 frames, potentially.
Right.
That it's 100,000 or 2,000. It's a big difference.
Well, even though,
for sure.
Yeah.
Ronnie referred to it as fans become friends, become family. And, we consider you family. I know you consider us family because we're there to support. And even myself, Hollywood, we can kind of tell when you guys are starting to get in a zone, we just back away because this, like Deuce said, this is what you guys do.
Yeah.
And that we're there to support you. We don't have to come up and tell you after every shot.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you can read body language anyway. Like, I'll still talk to everybody. I'll just be a little shorter. Not mean, just like Yeah, man. Thanks. And now, get back to your thing. Cause I'm pretty good at like be able to talk and stay focused, but every once in a while it's just those moments all the moments are different.
Absolutely. I think it might have been Jackson. I don't know. I don't remember what tournament it was, but there was something going on, and it might have been the U.S. Open. Something was going on. Simo had a little heartburn with conditions. He was frustrated with something, and I had just got there, and I'm walking in, and he's kind of just rushing off, and I'm like, "Hey, good luck, man." And he didn't say. He looked at me, but he didn't say a word. He just off the thing, and I'm like, "Okay, cool. That's no big deal."
Right.
And then after the set, he comes up to me and goes, "Hey, man, I wasn't blowing you off. I just had to get some stuff off my chest." I'm like, "No problem, dude. Guys are guys. I mean, you come mess with me when I'm having a bad day at my job and see how bad it is."
Right. Yeah, it's no different than anything else. Yeah. Everyone's the
Hollywood,
same.
you got something, Hollywood? I know you've been trying to jump. I see your head.
I thought, yeah, I mean, it was like you talking about, all being nice and everything. It was pretty cool for me when I went my first time. I was sitting there eating, something from the, little snack bar, and next thing you know, Butcher comes over and just sits down right there and just starts eating and starts talking. It's like, wait a minute, they didn't even know me from, heck and beans, so. Just come over and just sit down and just start talking to me. And then next thing you know, other ones start showing up, and, Chris Vi and everybody. So they just start showing up, just joking around, cutting up right there at the table, while they're eating something from the snack bar. It's pretty cool, that fan and, getting involved there. And it was pretty cool for me for the first time, and like Tom said, this sport, it's, it's good with reaction for the fans and the players. You don't, like other sports, you don't get that too much. This is great.
Well, you're running with a good crowd, Hollywood. I mean, when you can run with Deuce and the Papa Smurfs moonshine, man, and go to the truck, man. When you have an invitation to go to the truck, man, you're in. And sometimes some of you don't even have to go to the truck. We're not going to name one name, but he's like, "Take my cup out there and bring it back. I can't. It's too cold." I'm like, "You live here. I live in the South. It's too cold for me to go out there." You know what I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Before somebody else jumps in, we got to get to this real quick. So there was something on Jimmy Kimmel Live. It was about the Taylor Swift. Remember?
Yeah.
And they did the they were trying to had a guy that was supposed to be Tom Clark.
Right.
And they had Kyle on there.
Oh, I do remember. Yep.
And then this guy, he was talking, he said, "We got a guy named Tom Smallwood, and trust me, he's no Smallwood." So
yeah, that was I didn't know.
How did you tell me about that? What was that like for you? Yeah.
I don't know who knew about it. If like Tom Clark actually knew that was going to happen, or because I didn't hear nothing about it. So my wife sent it to me like middle of the day, the following day. It was like later, maybe like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I just saw some made up spiff, and so of course you see it was Kyle Troop, then DJ, then me, and I'm like, oh God, here we go. What's going on? Yeah. But it was funny. It was a pretty cool thing. But
hey, I don't know if it was W.C. Fields or one of them old dudes back in the day. Any publicity is good publicity. It doesn't matter. If they're talking about you, that means they're not talking about you. It's
right. Yeah, absolutely.
And Troop, he's sitting in his vehicle, right, out in front of a bowling center. He's like, "Hey, Taylor Swift, sorry. Me and Brianna, we're together. I can't. Sorry. I know you liking the fro, but I'm already. I'm promised to somebody else. I don't mean to break your heart. And I was waiting for you to pop on there and throw something out there, but I was like,
I'm way too shy for that stuff, man.
But it was funny when this guy says his name's Tom Smallwood and he is no Smallwood. That was hilarious. So I had to throw that one in there because that's what people wanted to ask about.
Well, Gary, can you see the comments on StreamYard? Can you see the comments over there?
I've got y'all on the high side here.
So Lloyd Little sent a question in just now.
Okay.
I wanted to ask Tom. It says, how does it feel to not be the best bowler and hunter in your own house now, Tom?
Love you, Smalls. Yeah.
Love you, Smalls.
It's true. I'm creating a monster with my son. He's
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Every dad wants their kid to be better than he is at something. So that's awesome.
Yeah, he beat me around at golf this year. He's beat me numerous games of bowling now. Shot a big old buck this year. Just a matter of time.
Now, is he a gun hunter or is he an archer or both?
Both. Yeah, we bow hunt way more than we gun hunt just because the timing of the year and stuff. Right. But yeah, so yeah, he shot one in Ohio last year, shot 2 here, then they shot 1 here this year, and he passed on a couple here this year. I'm like, hey, you want to go hunt this one? And actually had a really big one underneath us, and I hand him across. I'm like, here's a crossbow. You want to? He's like, no. I'm like, should I? He's like, should I? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you're telling me you're not going to shoot him. I'm not going to make fun of me the whole time. No way.
You would never live that down. That'd be on your tombstone. Yeah. I passed on it. My dad took it.
yeah. So, but it is what it is. But no, he's he does everything.
We've been trying to get the Colonel to get you down here forever, right? So I was talking
he's mentioned to me a few times to get down there, but just man, it's just so hard.
It is.
I called him today. And I said, hey, we got Smalls on tonight. And I said, we're going to bring up about him coming to, hunt here in Alabama. Well, we've been trying to get it together. I said, Lee, just confess it, man. Smalls is a better hunter than you are. I mean, come on. You don't want to get shown up on your own property, right? In your own land that you got down there, right?
Just tell him to shoot the biggest one first, and I'll come down and shoot the next one. That's fine.
Well, John, you're exactly right. I mean, finding the time to hunt is it's a dedication. It's a difficult thing. It's so tough. I lived in Idaho for 10 years, and we could go to the mountains to the elk hunt anytime we want. And it's just tough. Tough.
I generally spend a lot of time in Ohio hunting too. Fortunate, met some people down there, invited me down there 7 years ago. So I've shot a deer down there the last 7 years. And this year I did too. Didn't spend that much time. I kind of watched the trail cameras for a while, and then big one started showing up, and I'm like, it was Halloween night, and my phone. I mean, I've been looking at trail cam pictures since we've been sitting here, and so my phone started lighting up during daylight. A bunch of big bucks on camera. I'm like, and my wife and I are at dinner. I'm looking at just got a monster that I've never had on camera sitting there. I'm like, I'm leaving when we get home. She's like, you're leaving to go where? I'm like, I'm in Ohio. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving tonight. Where are you going to stay? I'm like, I don't know. Let's get a hotel room. So, yeah, we came home. I didn't leave that night. I waited till 3 a.m. So I stayed at her house one more night. I left my house at 3 a.m. Got down there in time to hunt at 7 before light. I had an awesome hunt, saw a bunch of bucks and just no shooters. And then that night, a big 9-point walked in front of me, and I shot it. So, yeah, it was kind of cool how I was down there a few times before that early in the year, but trail cameras has changed the game of just for hunting wise.
100%.
When when stuff's moving around, and I'm fortunate. I get a bunch of little spots around here that I have friends. I actually trade. I give a guy 4 bowling balls to hunt his property right by my house, 2 miles away. That's every year. He's a bowler, super nice guy. I'm like, what if I give you a case of bowling balls a year? You let me hunt your property? He's like, sure, why not? So I've been hunting there the last 5 years, and shot a real big one there this year too. Wasn't in the woods as much as usual, but shot some good ones. So yeah, very fortunate that I still spend more time in the woods than 99.999% of the human beings in the world.
Yes,
I absolutely it literally is family, friends, whitetails.
Yep.
And so it's my passion more than bowling, golfing, anything else.
Right. Well, it's funny because I got ring cameras all around my house, and I'm 40 miles outside of Chicago. I mean, it's serious metropolitan, big 4-lane highway right next to my house. And this is my trail cam. This is my camera on my ring in my backyard. I mean, that's a shooter.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, for sure.
That's not a bad, and it's in my backyard, and it's Chicago.
Yeah. They're everywhere, man.
They're everywhere. They're absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
Let me get one more thing in because I've had a lot of people who's been asking about this. The television show. Everybody tuned in. A lot of people liked it. They were kind of confused on a couple of different things because they were asking me, about how many, I thought he had more kids and all this kind of stuff. So just briefly touch on how that all came about. And, I know the excitement, the adrenaline of you having this opportunity. Yeah, you and I talked about it before it came on. Did you have a lot of say-so in a lot of that stuff, or did they just get the concept from you?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's been going on since I won the world championship in 2009. Literally, I left Wichita on Monday morning. I was driving back home. My buddy Brian Welch and I were driving back, and I was driving, and my phone kept blowing up, and just random people. Inside Edition was at my house at 6 a.m. the next morning. I got home at 3 a.m.
Holy cow!
Yeah. Like it was just odd, and I had it like 6 or 7 different producers call me about making a movie and do this and that. So it was odd, and obviously I'm simple as it gets, man. I it's way above my head. So I had someone kind of help me out, kind of try to like deflect with people that didn't make sense. And so yeah, we actually had a producer for 2 or 3 years and didn't work out. We ended up finding 2 other producers that were awesome. Just didn't quite. We got close in Indy probably 7 or 8 years ago. Jack Black came in with John Linklater, and they were gonna, the movie was going forward, and Jack Black was gonna play Tom Smallwood, and so they came to Indy where we're bowling and won I don't know, it had been like 6 or 7 years ago, maybe a little longer than that, but yeah, we went to dinner with them and stuff, and then those 2 producers didn't really work out. They were going a different direction, and they said, hey, we have somebody that's an actor that's kind of wants to go into producing. And so that's kind of how it happened. Like, he's actually from Saginaw, Michigan, where I live. He's where he grew up at. He, is a Broadway actor, and he turned the movie into somehow a sitcom. And so there was some say. I talk to the writer all the time. Mark Gross, super nice guy. He's awesome. And he kept telling me, he's like, hey, I want to send you the pilot before it comes on because I don't want you to hate me. I'm like, because he kept telling me like, hey, I'm writing this. I'm trying to stay as close to true as possible. But I send it in and CBS sends it back, says, no, get rid of this part or this part. So by the time that all happens, you have it literally is probably about 5 seconds of truth in every 22-minute episode.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Which is fine. Like, it is what it is. You're trying to make it entertaining and try to get it to where people want to watch it. And the ratings were really good to start. So I thought for sure we'd get, season 2 out of it just because of the ratings, and I thought it got better and better and better. And like literally like the only kind of like weird spot, and we knew it was already over with. The last episode is the only one that really had some truth in it when I found out that my wife was pregnant again. Because it didn't happen in the car like it did in the show, but it happened. I came back from a tour event, and I got to the airport and get in the car. So I guess it really did happen in the car. I was getting in the car, and I'm like, "You're pregnant, aren't you?" And she's like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "You've just been weird. It's just been something I don't know. It was really odd." So it actually was sad when I saw that last episode that and I didn't know it was coming in the episodes. I didn't know anything was coming on and what's going to happen in them. So to see that one, it was actually kind of sad. My wife and I were both a little bit like teary-eyed, like they finally had some truth that they didn't even know they had.
Yeah, I mean, I truly love watching the show. I thought it was fantastic and was excited and tried to promote it as best I could. And I thought the comedy was quite good. I thought the writing was awesome. The only thing I would wished at it from a bowling fan perspective, I wanted some more bowling in it.
Right. But a little more bowling, a little more realistic bowling.
Yeah.
But it's all made for TV, and that's how it all happened. But yeah, there wasn't much truth until that last episode, and no one even knew that was true.
Right.
Even the writers didn't know that was true. So that was a funny part. Like they they wrote that in there, didn't even know that was how it really happened. And so, yeah, it was really, really sucked for like, that has to be some kind of sign of something else didn't come up, and which, whatever, it is what it is. It's such a cool thing to have happen. Because my life's just been my life. It's just been I feel fortunate to be able to do what I do and what happened to me. So,
well, I would say you're an honorary military guy because you've adapted and overcame. You had one situation in front of you that didn't quite work out. You've adapted, overcome, and made the best out of another one, which turned out to be a blessing.
Yeah, definitely fortunate. I don't miss punching that time clock.
I don't blame you there.
Anytime you can improvise, adapt, overcome, then you're good. Is that right, Wood? You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yep. Hoorah! Yeah.
For sure.
All right, Tom. Listen, we appreciate you coming on, man, and just sharing with us. We talk bowling, we talk golf, we talk deer hunting, we talk. This is just a vets chat, man, and just trying to let her, just trying to give the regular people who watch the PBA, every time it's on, just try to give them a little insight and just try to tell them there's a lot more. And like Ducey and you commented a while ago, you averaged so much and at bowling, and you bowled 48 games. People just don't realize the qualifying that goes through with a lot of this stuff. So, but yeah, I appreciate you coming on, man, and hanging out with us for a little while. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed having you. I sure.
Yeah, I had a great time, guys. And anytime you're desperate again, let me know. So,
hey, Tom, anytime you're desperate, need a hunting partner or someone to drive, I'll just come on over. It's not that far.
All right. I don't even hunt your backyard. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't have to go far.
I'll probably see you tomorrow. I mean, I'm tagged out in Ohio. I'm tagged out in Michigan.
You get something in Illinois, season's closed, but that's right. We use my car. We'll just get it with my car.
There you go.
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to plan a time that you both are available, and you're going to come down and you're going to jump in the RV, and me and Hollywood's going to meet you at the Colonel's house. You're just going to roll up in the front yard.
Perfect.
Knock on his door. And as soon as he opens the door, of course, he's got the ring too. He's going to say, what the hell? This is going to holler, Cheryl's full. And you're going to roll out there with all your stuff and say, hey, when are we heading out to the land to go hunting in the morning? He would love that. He would love that. He would absolutely go nuts over something like that. So,
Tom, thanks so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure chatting with you. We had a great time at the World Series last year, so it was awesome. And I'm sure we'll see you again here shortly and be screaming and hollering for you in the background.
Yeah, man. See you guys probably in Indy, correct?
We will be there in Indy.
It's about a month away.
Yep.
Right. Yeah,
we will be there.
We'll be there. You'll know it. You'll know it's us by the whistling, right? Oh, yeah. Hollywood, you got anything to say before we let Tom get out of here?
Oh man, Tom, we appreciate you showing up and having a good chat here with the guys here and with the good info with the to help hopefully some young kids that are watching this and even adults that wants to get better in bowling. So got a little bit of bowling info there for them. So appreciate you coming on, sharing some knowledge and good chat, and can't wait to have you in and even seeing you on the lanes and talking to you there. Maybe sit down beside you at a snack bar. So wish you the best of luck in the upcoming season, man, and go get them.
I really appreciate it, man. Thank you guys so much. And if you guys get any questions ever, you got my numbers, obviously. You can get a hold of me whenever you want to and answer anything. Anyone had any questions after this about anything, let me know, and I'll get back to you for sure.
All right,
thanks,
Tom.
brother.
Hey, brother. Safe travels, man. We love and appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, man. All right.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Thanks,
See you in India.
Happy holidays, boys.
Happy holidays.
Take care.
Thanks,
All
Papa
right.
Smurf. Thanks, Papa Smurf. We lost
Hollywood. Hollywood has jumped off, didn't he?
Hey, show
He
me my dog.
didn't know that we always thank the veterans before we leave, man.
That's all right. Show me that dog tag bowling shirt, bro. Yeah,
You like that, don't you?
I do.
And you saw the back, right?
I saw the back. Yep.
serving those who serve us, right? So
Where's mine at? I'm still waiting for it.
you have to talk to Jason. He's currently tied up at a hockey match right now.
I thought he sent it to you and you were going to send it to me.
Maybe that's why I've got a box full of jerseys. I thought I was just supposed to take care of Hollywood and Lee. I thought he was.
I think there's a 2X in there for me. Send me mine.
Sorry about that.
There's either 2X or XL. Send me one. I need to wear it. I need to get it on.
It will go in the mail. It'll go in the mail tomorrow, bro.
No worries. No worries, kid.
I
Hey,
thought
great.
he was. Honestly, I thought he was coming to you, man. I really did.
No, he sent it to you, and then you're going to send it to me.
Look, Tom is hanging around.
Tom's still here. He's like, what? I got to stick around and listen to this conversation.
This is great. Yeah, this is better than my interview.
This is great. This is great content.
Hey, we can do this every week. Tom could just join. We just talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got this about. All right. So next day.
I'm just some pictures.
Yeah, exactly. So next week we're going to talk about my job and how effed up it can be to make you feel better about what you go do for a living.
I appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Sometimes I need that.
It was funny when we were talking about it because Tom, I just X'd him out so we could say bye, right? And there goes my wife. She's walking by.
Stocking cap and all.
Yeah. And then we was talking about the jerseys. There goes a little one. And Tom, he's just crackling up, man. I was like, you got to get him back in there for a minute.
And here's the thing: he must have been drinking that moonshine, Tom, because he forgot he's supposed to mail my shit.
Yeah, Smalls is going to ask me in India. He's going to say, "Hey, where's my damn jersey?"
Where's
that box of 16 that you got from Jason, man? Why did you?
Can we use that logo or no?
Can you use the logo?
I don't know. I don't think it's PBA approved. I don't know how we go about that. It'd be awesome to get that.
I can get since it's worked through the foundation. This is what is explained to me.
Okay.
He can use that logo on his sleeve, right? It has to be a certain amount, certain size and everything, and Tom has to approve it. And since it's a nonprofit organization, and Tom knows you and I, and Ronnie and EJ and AJ, and everyone, I'm sure that he would let us use it.
All right.
Hey, Lloyd just commented he's waiting for his jersey too.
Yeah, Lloyd's is a 4X.
I'm saying, is there a limit?
Do what now?
Is there a limit size-wise?
On size-wise?
Yeah,
No.
for Lloyd.
Oh, for Lloyd?
Yeah, just curious.
I don't know.
Hey, it's not my fault. It's not my fault when he goes jogging, he leaves potholes, bro.
Well, here's the thing. I tell you what I'll do, Tom. I will. I'll get your address and I will send you. What size jersey you wear?
XL usually.
Okay. I tell you what. Let me send you a jersey. Okay, and you can take a picture of it, or you could take it, or just talk to Tom. And just ask him. Say, hey, what's the regulations for me having this on my
Right.
jersey? Because I am a 501c3 non-for-profit organization.
Okay.
So
We're
anything
generally
that we
allowed
do,
we're generally allowed a charity thing for free on our jerseys. So
okay.
let me know, because I have to order my jerseys anyway, because I'm the biggest procrastinator on the planet.
Uh-huh.
So my jerseys that need to be done in 2 weeks
Okay.
have not been ordered yet.
Yeah, you better jump on it, buddy.
Yeah, you better. So you just want me to take a picture of the logo and send it to you, and you send it to High Five, or who are you with now?
Bolify.
Bolify?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Bolify do these jerseys?
No, this is done by the gentleman that
Jason knew.
Jason knows out of Fort Leonard, Missouri. It's a veterans company.
Okay.
And this is a veterans organization that made these for us.
What we could do, Gary, is there's a logo on Facebook. That Facebook logo that you have, that's the Dog Tags Bowling logo, right? The one with the dog tags.
It just doesn't have the BT the BT
Gotcha,
the
DTB
on there, right?
Gotcha. Yeah, figure out a way to text message that to Tom and see what they can do, and just send that off to Bolify. They could incorporate that. That wouldn't be a problem.
All it is just just dog tags, and it just says Dog Tags Bowling.
Yeah.
Bolify's got that.
Right.
So Steve's got thousands of images. He, and Steve is the one that signed Sierra to her regional contract. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right.
So,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'll send that to you.
We're not trying to infringe on what Johnny Petraglia's got going on with BVL. It's not anything like that. It's not a huge fundraiser for vets. It's basically guys that are out of the military, veterans of any kind, that bowl, and a chat group. That's it. We talk about stuff. We promote the sport. We try and get kids involved. We try and get more fandom going, get more, because I tell you what, it's just absolutely amazing that when we would have the summer swing, we guys were at Parkside during the summer, and there was nobody there. I mean, it's, oh my God, these are the best people in the world doing this. You could come and watch these guys for 5 days in a row. There's nobody there. I want to get it to the point in time where you got to buy a ticket to get in during practice.
Yeah. And two, a thing that the attorneys are working on, and I'm going to get with these guys, and I'll just go ahead and share now. Each guy in each region, you got Jason here's in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, around Clarksville. You got Deuce there, he's right outside of Chicago. Hollywood's over here in Huntsville, where I'm at, and then Chris, he's at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And then of course Hollywood, the Colonel, they all bowl at different places. And what I want to do is I want to generate a veteran bowler of the year in each region, and sponsored by Dog Tags Bowling. And the gentleman that does all of our plaques, and Deuce has seen them, they're outstanding. Mm-hmm. He's going to donate them. So there's no.
Yeah, and I bowled in a center this week, and Tom might have met him, Rob Cabello. He owns B&B Park Bowl out in Loves Park. He's on the motor staff. He's a veteran. I bowl with 5 or 6 different veterans in my group, and I know tons more that bowl. So we easily can grow, like just call us the North Central region. I don't know. We just call it something. We could have 20, 30 guys in my region. Then we have 30 guys over here. And then we could branch out and get somebody over in Michigan that's a veteran that bowls. And then just kind of grassroots it, so to speak.
Yeah.
Grow it to promote amateur bowling, veterans bowling, and bowling as a whole.
Right.
Yeah, like Deuce said, we're not trying to compete and do any of what Mr. Johnny's doing. He's a veteran himself, right? So we're just here. You saw what our chat's about. You saw what our live stream. We just chat about everything. Yeah. And but we want to eventually get to where we have a veteran bowler of the year, and give them a plaque, give them a bowling pin plaque, something another, and then maybe I want to get Turbo on board, and Bowlify, because know those folks and Motive. Maybe we do some kind of gift card or something. Right. I mean, just something to help promote the sport. That's all it is. There's no money involved for me and Deuce and everything. A lot of this comes out of our pockets ourselves. Right. So
yeah.
And I wish that I would have known about bowling when I was a kid. I'm not saying I'm good, because I'm not, but I wish I would have started a whole lot younger than 30, because that's really when I started bowling, was 30. And I'm extremely passionate about it. I love it. I wish I could. I mean, hell, Tom, I go to the bowling center before league, and I bowl 9 games before league just to bowl, to have fun.
Yeah.
Before we cut loose, I did a tournament done twice up there where Deuce was at, and we did one in Iowa, and we did one right outside of Chicago, right?
Yeah,
and,
right.
Deuce was he was down there when we had the youth tournament going on, and then we had the adults. Deuce is down there. He's like, "Oh, the adults are going to be on these lanes down here. If you need me, I'll be down here." And I looked down there, and Deuce is down there. He's like throwing 3 or 4 games down there. He's like, "I'm just trying to get settled in down here." And Rhonda, who is our tournament director, he's got him down. He's lined up, Tom. Deuce was ready to go. It was like minus 20, and Deuce had on shorts.
Didn't matter. Sean Johnson beat us all, so it didn't matter. AJ's dad did well. He's good bowl.
Yeah. So it was fun. It was good. I got to get up and do something up there in Michigan.
Yeah, we need to go. It's not that far. We need to get over to Michigan and do it up by Tom's place or Detroit, something. Get something over there. So yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Just have something just for just a tournament where everybody just gets together and have a great time.
And there's so many tournaments around, and bowling is such a winter sport. It's difficult to travel. I mean, my God, look at that big accident that just happened on I-94 a couple days ago, or maybe it was yesterday. It's hard to travel in the winter, so we don't want to do stuff in the upper Midwest during the winter. Plus, you're going to run into all these other tournaments that we're trying to do.
Leagues, tournaments, yeah.
Yeah, PBA season still going on. It just makes it difficult for everybody. I think, summertime, man, just do something.
Something when you got time.
Travel, easy to get to. Do it on a Saturday so people can travel on a Friday, leave on Sunday, whatever.
Yeah.
But make it so it's easier to get to. You know what I mean? Rather than try and bust.
Yeah.
I feel
that's what we're working through with Jason. We was going to try to do something in January at Fort
Campbell.
Mm-hmm. But what we've decided to do is we're going to push it out. Like when you guys got that summer break or sometime, or maybe when you guys are going to Jonesboro, because I'm pretty sure you're going to go to Jonesboro this summer, right? In June.
Oh, they might in the summer.
Yeah. Is there not a super regional kind of thing in Jonesboro, right?
There usually is. I don't know if there is this year or not.
I know that they had a PBA 50 event there, but I don't know that Hijinks is such a good promoter sport. They might have something. I don't know.
Right. But what I'm saying is maybe Tom comes in a little early. We do something at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. They're on the military base, and Tom's a special guest, and then he can go on down to Jonesboro. We'll follow him on over, man. We're stalkers anyway, right? We're professionals.
We'll find you.
If we don't find you, you'll find us with this.
I'll let you know.
One last thing. We was watching. I forgot which one it was, and Kenya said, "She said, is Ducey there?" I said, "Just hang on a second." And right when it comes on, you hear this whistle. She said, "Oh, never mind." She said, "I hear him whistling." It was
probably the doubles when Marshall and EJ won. I was
with you for that one. It was the week after. It's when was it Kevin?
It's when Kyle won his tournament.
Yeah, Kyle, that's right. Yeah. He had the P for P. He had the P for P. He was loaded down with P for P. Kyle goes over and hugs his neck. And I said, there you go, Deuce, get me fined by the PBA now.
Perfect.
Yeah. I was going to get Smalls to get me out of it. I think Smalls help me out. You're in good with those guys, right? So you can get me out.
Sometimes.
All right. So listen, so we'll cut it loose. Smalls, if you don't mind, just text me your address and I'll put that. I'll ship yours out before I ship Deuce's out.
See, that's how he rolls, right there. That's how he rolls.
I ship them up to Tom's house, and you just drive up there.
I just go get it.
Not that far. 4.5 hours.
Stop by.
But yeah, text me your address. I'll send it to you.
Do it right now because I forget everything.
Okay. And then you'll have it. But I'll take a picture of it tonight and send it to you. And you can. But yeah, hey, I would be. We as a group,
we would be blessed.
We would be honored. If you
I mean, absolutely, anything to help. I'd love to. Absolutely.
Yeah, and we'll have the mission statement for you and everything, which is very small. It's like it says on the back.
Yeah, that would be the icebreaker, and then going forward, I'm sure we know enough other people that respect what we're doing. They would jump on board as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Just to get us going, like Deuce said, because it's all for it's just all for fundraising.
Yeah, it's also help people out. That's all it is.
Helping them out. Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm glad you jumped back on, Tom. That was. I'm glad I didn't send it to you, Deuce. Now.
All right, fellas. Have a good night and have a good holiday.
All right, you too, Tom. I appreciate you.
I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. It's from our heart, man. We know that you're a busy guy and that you're taking time away from family and all that kind of stuff, and we greatly appreciate it. We greatly appreciate our friendship, and it's the start of something good. So we like I said, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Guys, man. Have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you.
All right,
Smalls. We'll see you in India. All right, brother.
All right, Lloyd. I'm gonna text Lloyd. He says he's gonna set something up at Thunder Bowl when I get in there for January. So we're gonna go bowl with him. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, I just saw that. It says can't wait for our jerseys. Send something. What does it say? Set something up with Thunderbolt. Just give them a date.
Yep.
Well, and you're going to be up there pretty soon anyway, too, right?
Exactly. That's what I was going to send him right now.
Yeah, and I'll get Lloyd's on the way. I've already talked to Jason.
Okay.
So, all right, man. I think it was.
You working on lining up a special guest for next week?
I've got a phone call into someone, but see, next week is the night after Christmas.
Oh yeah, it's 26. Would that be a good idea to skip that one or bump it? I don't know. Whatever we're gonna do.
Let's bump it to Thursday, week from Thursday.
I can do Thursday.
Okay, let's bump it. I got a phone call into someone, and they didn't call me back today.
I'm actually going to be at somebody's house on Thursday, so maybe I'll ask them as well.
Well, do you want to you want to handle that one?
No, because I don't know if it'll come through.
Well, the one that didn't call me today, I'm sure he'll call me in the morning. He got busy.
Okay.
And I'll text you, and I'll let you know what's going on. We've talked about them in the past, so.
Okay, cool.
And the good thing about this being on live, going through YouTube, we ran over 20 minutes, but it's good.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, who cares? Like I said, it's going to be very difficult. And like I said, I watch a guy that his name is Sam, the cooking guy, and I watch him on YouTube. Yeah. He's great, but he's been doing it for 12 years. I went back and watched some of his early stuff. It sucked. So, I mean, it's a work in progress. It is growing pains. Yeah. We're gonna figure it out. I do think that we should try to stick to 45 minutes, and it's going to be hard to rein you and me both in at the same time. Right. But we got to.
Smalls had a lot of content with
oh my gosh, that was great
television show.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
With the television show, and then with what happened on Jimmy Kimmel that time. So
yeah, I'm not disappointed. We ran late at all.
Yeah, but it was great. But I wish you'd looked down and saw his reaction when I said, "Oh, I'm supposed to send you one of those." I got a box of like 7. I'm like, Jason, why do you send me so many? So, you need to text Jason and just text him and say, "Hey, dude, where's my jersey?" He's gonna say, Gary not send it to you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I say. I'm not gonna mess with that kid. He's got too much stuff on his plate. Send me my shit, bro.
All right, man. I will. As soon as I hear back from the cat tomorrow, I will give you a text. Okay, man.
Sounds good, bro.
All right, man. You be safe and stay warm. Okay.
You too, buddy.
And to all our brothers and sisters, home and abroad,
stay safe.
Stay safe and keep them in your thoughts and prayers. All right.
Yep.
All right. Love you, brother.
Take care, man.
See ya.